Hello and welcome to another stream. So we're going to continue our little pong game that we started last stream. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's actually just talk about the things that maybe I've changed outside the stream. I did change quite a couple of things. Let me just find the project in the first place. Was it called Rusty Pong or something? Yeah, that's the one. Let's open it on Visual Studio Code Days. Hopefully you can all see the video well, and you can actually hear me well too. I mean, it became a little bit of a mess, but let's summarize what we did in the last video and outside the stream as well. So we've included the SDL2 crate. I guess crates are Rust's sort of third-party package modules, right, which you can include with cargo. So yeah, we used a simple SDL renderer example that we got from ChatGPT. We figured out that most of the stuff you create, well, everything you create on Rust really in terms of variables are sort of const by default when you compare it against C++. So when you do let, computer state, for example, equals paddle state, that variable is automatically const. You can't change the value of it, which is interesting. We implemented a function that will draw a paddle, and in this particular case, a paddle is just an x, y coordinate with width and height, representing a pong paddle essentially. So draw the paddle onto a SDL2 canvas. So this is the code that we got. It's fairly standard SDL, really. I mean, it's just the Rust bindings for it. If you know SDL, you should probably be fine with this. We did a very basic collision detection function here that just checks the bounding boxes of each box against another box. Well, in other words, a paddle against a paddle. Very easy. There is a function to update a paddle as well. So given a paddle and the state of the paddle, for example, is it moving up, is it moving down, and the number of ticks passed, or the number of milliseconds that have passed since the last frame, it will give you an updated paddle with an updated position. That's what it does here. So now that I can already find something that we can change here. So for example, I mean, if the paddle is moving up, in that moving up enum, we also have an amount attached to it. We're moving the y coordinate of that paddle by a portion. This code is essentially the same for moving up and down. So we can do something like, I mean, we can do exactly the same as what we had down here, really. I failed to see that before, but this is what we can do, I think. And then we can just remove this, and there you go. So whether it's moving up or down, the amount really is what dictates what we're doing, and it updates the y coordinate of a paddle, right? This should still work, hopefully. And then just the main function here, we don't have anything interesting. We just create an SDL context and a window, as you can see here. The name of the window is simple pong. We give a width and height of 800 by 600. This is, I know it's fixed by now, but maybe in the future we can make it sort of more responsive, so you can resize it and everything's going to work just fine. Then we can create the rest of the SDL stuff, like the canvas, the event pump, which is the event queue, and obviously the structures that we defined. So a paddle for the player, paddle for the computer. For the second player, I haven't really decided if it's going to be an AI thing yet. But maybe not. Maybe let's just keep it simple so you only have 2 players. And yeah, and then we've got the ball paddle as well. The ball is just a paddle, a square paddle essentially, and it has a horizontal state and a vertical state, so it can move up, down, or left, right. And this is different compared to the player and the computer, or the second player paddle. They can only move vertically. So yeah, sideways, I guess. Type of creation. And then we create a scene as well. And the scene here, really, I mean, the level itself is just, left, right, top and bottom walls, just so we can detect collision against the ball. And you know, these things are all paddles. I just wanted to reuse the code because they're just rectangles, and this game in itself is quite rectangular, if I'm honest. So we don't really need anything other than rectangles and a bit of text, which we'll implement in this stream. But yeah, I mean, if I run this, what do we get? So let's try and run it. Cargo, so rust, analyzer, run rusty bong. So this is what we have currently. If we can ever manage to compile and run it in the stream. There you go. So it seems to work fairly okay, I guess, right? Obviously it doesn't have any like point system yet. Maybe that's the next thing that we can do to improve the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, it also, my players can just go off the screen. So maybe that's the first thing we can fix. Yeah. Anyway, kind of reminds me of the old DVD waiting screens, right? That you get the thing bouncing around. That's all this is. But yeah. Right, so let's figure out what we're gonna do in this stream. The first thing to do would be to, I guess, move the second player a little bit, right? Now let's make into a second player, not a computer, so not an AI. Yeah. So in other words, you can press up and down arrow keys, and then you'll move the second paddle. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. So let me rename this computer paddle in the first place here. Is there a rename tool? Rename symbol, there you go. Second player. We'll rename the first paddle to second to first player. First player. There you go. Does he rename everywhere? Hopefully he does. Yeah, he does. Cool. Okay, so now we can add the up arrow and so on and so forth all the way up here. I don't know which enum that is in STL, but basically what we need is to add an event for the up and the down key presses. So key up and key down for the both up and down arrow on the keyboard. That's what we need to do. I guess it's going to be somewhere up here. Right. There you go, up and down, I guess. That's cool. So let's go back into here, and all we gotta say is, so if the event key down. Yeah, so basically let's just copy and paste, you know, this pattern, which is what we need here. So I just pasted the same thing, and let's say I press up, and the player state. Oh, okay, I see. So the player state, this is where we keep track of the first player state, right? But ideally, we need to rename this as well to first player state. And I know it's getting quite messy now, but we're gonna get it. And we also need a second player state here. There you go, second player state, which right now it's unused, I guess. That's why it's complaining. But we can quickly just use it right here. So we draw the paddle, and then we also need to update the paddle here. Oh wait, we did have a computer state. Oh, okay. This is first player and the state. I'm just gonna comment this here because we're probably gonna tidy up the code later on when it's already getting complicated, so really I should do that, but let's just continue for now. And the state here. Okay, let's remove this computer state to something like name the symbol, second player state. And again, it needs to be immutable because we are going to change it. Where we're going to change is down here, actually, in our event handling part of the code, I guess. This is something that we can actually just put into a function, a separate function, clear up this part of the main function. So that's something that we're definitely going to do. But yeah, I mean, when I press the code, when the up arrow has the key down event, what I want to do is a second player state. I want to say moving down by that much. And then the same thing here when there's a key up event, and if I say if the second player state is simply, and if the second player state is going to be the it's going to be either idle or the same state if the second player state wasn't already moving up. That's what I want to say here. I know it's a bit weird, the logic, but that's apparently you just have to use matches here instead of if statements. Okay, now we can move up. Can we move down now? We will be able to. So let's just copy this S event, which is what we had before. And again, we're going to just put down here and down there as well. Checked if I'm online today, so let's have a look. Hopefully I am live and can hear myself quite well. I've not actually checked if I'm online today, so let's have a look. That's what I want to say here. I know it's a bit weird, the logic, but that's apparently you just have to use matches here. Okay, cool. I mean, we seem to be able to hear myself quite well on the stream, so hopefully you guys can hear myself too. And do let me know if it's a bit too quiet. I can try and turn up the volume. Well, should be okay for now. Second player state here. Okay. Okay, now we've just extended the code a little bit, and this should be able to move the computer or the second player. And also, let me just change the location of the second player, because I think it's quite into the screen in the middle. So it's 800 by 600. So we want it at 700, so it's the same sort of level as the first player. Okay, cool. Now if we do the Rust run again, there you go. So can we move down? Can we move up? Nice. We move them both at the same time, which is definitely a good thing. Cool. But as we can see, the detection is missing here, the collision detection. So it's a simple fix, really. that, and let's just add a collision detection. Just very naively going to add a collision detection on the ball and the second player, which is here, I guess, right? Yeah, ball paddle is top ball. Okay, so let's put the players down here. All this stuff is going to be probably simplified now into its own function. Like, because if you think about it, we want to detect the collision for the ball against all of these things, and each of these paddles have a different action, right? So that is a way to split this into a function that's quite easy to read, I guess. Okay, yeah. Cool. Anyway, so second player, well, what do? We do the minus ball speed here. And again, if you run the rusty thing, there, and there you go. At least we have a way of bouncing this stuff, really. Okay, cool. Making sure I'm running this a few times to test it. I mean, there's still obviously a very obvious, I wouldn't say bug, but more of a feature, really. Like, if it collides anywhere on the paddle, it's just gonna turn the speed, right? Which may be a cool thing to have anyway. We just want to keep this simple. But yeah, now let's begin actually, I guess, simplifying the code a little bit. So let's see where we can start. I mean, the main function is quite big now, right? So it's 65 to over 120 lines, I guess, of code, which is a fair amount. So let's try and simplify this. First thing is obviously this. So it would be nice to have something like, I guess, a function that will take the ball and the vector of things you want to collide with, paddles, like here, and this would return, or in fact, a paddle, bear with me, a paddle and an action here, right? So that if it collides with this paddle, it will do this action, and that obviously returns a paddle state for the ball. Yeah. But the ball paddle state actually is encompassed to vertical and horizontal space. Vertical and horizontal state. So let's do that here. So we want to define an enum, maybe not an enum, maybe a struct, right? And again, I don't know how to define a struct, so I've not done it yet. Let's use our friend ChatGPT. So how to define a struct in Rust? And let's see what it comes out with. So it's just the same as a C++ thing, isn't it? Oh, in fact, we had a struct in here already. I'm just being stupid. Right, yeah. So let's do it here. Struct ball state. And that is a paddle state, I guess. Horizontal. And a vertical state. Okay, cool. And I guess this is not used, right? So it's never constructed. which is fine. But now we're about to, really. So instead of having the ball vertical and horizontal, we're going to let the ball state be a ball state where the horizontal is equals to paddle state moving right on the start by the amount of ball speed. And there must be a good way of, there you go. And then the vertical here is also going to be a paddle state. And we've got up there is looking at the amount of ball speed, right? We don't want idle there. There you go. And this deserves. Right, so whenever we use horizontal, now we have to do ball state dot horizontal, I guess, right? Which is all these places here. Ball state dot horizontal, and again here, ball state dot vertical. Horizontal, this is, wait, what? Ball state vertical, sorry. Ball state. Can we still run it, and does it still work? That's the... Okay, that seems to work. That seems to work. Great, that works just fine. But why did I do that? Well, because now we can do something like this. We can have a function here that will take a ball and a bunch of paddle and actions, and will return a state depending on the collision, really. So let's look at how to use vectors in the first place, because I don't actually know that. So how to define a vector and pass it into a function in Rust. And again, this is Rust from 2018 or 2021 actually. So let's hope it's not too out of date. Okay. So these can be a const thing outside the function. Okay, cool. So basically what we do is let collision actions, let's call it. Okay. Of pairs. I guess we need a pair, right? That's what we need. That's another thing I don't know how to do yet, so how to define pair. Rust. Okay, so we can define achievable. Cool. This is amazing. So cool. So we have, for example, the very first one here is the top ball, and the action would be a paddle state moving down. This is what causes the ball to do after it hits it. That's the idea here. Okay, cool. And now we can do the same thing for a couple of different ones. So bot wall, and that will be moving up, I assume. Yeah. And instead of the top, bottom, left, and right now. Yeah, I just realized that we have two states, right? So we want to make sure that that it's a triple here. Oh, okay. This is where we may use an option. An optional in Rust, right? I think it's called an option, and this is equivalent to the C++ optional. Okay, cool. So we can do that. We can do, for example, assuming that this is a tuple where we have the paddle itself and the horizontal action and the vertical action. Now these two values will be, in my case, options or optional values. They may or may not be there. You can also use the unwrap method to access the value inside an optional value. However, be careful using unwrap, as it will cause your program to panic if the value is absent. Okay, so unwrap seems quite useful if you have an optional value. So the top wall will cause it to vertically move now. Is it nil or none? Or none? Yeah, that's the one. And the bot wall again, horizontally is not going to change anything, but vertically we have some value. Now it's going to be difficult passing, I guess, tuples onto this function, but we'll figure out. Now these will change horizontal movement. Right. There you go. I'm not a big fan of this random space that he adds between my definitions here. Okay, cool. And obviously I've got the paddle in this first and second player. Okay. First player and second player. And they will move left and right. In fact, I should have copied this one here. Where is it? So the left wall will cause it to move right. What is this in 7 cents? And then move left if it hits the right wall. Right. It's going. Calling function requires. Okay. That's fine. When I move right, I want to go ball speed. When I move left, I want to go minus ball speed. And again, first player is going to go to left and right. So, and here's the first player, we're going to move right. We've got the ball speed, and this one's going to be moving left. Right, minus ball speed. And there we have it, something like this. And that's what we want to pass into a function now, so we can check whether or not we're going to move. I don't understand what's wrong here. Hi Matt, I'm Miguel, the world chat. Hello Miguel, it's a different account. How is it going, my man? Are you doing good? Long time no see. We're learning Rust today, so I will show you the little game in a bit. Let me just figure out how to write this function. Ah, you changed the name. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see that the picture is the same at least. So it's good to see you, man. How have you been? Listening to music. Ah, okay, cool. Probably more interested in the music I'm listening to. This one is just free music, so my account doesn't get striked by the copyright. Alpha Horis. Oh, we have that in Brazil too. It's a honey bread, right? Yeah, kind of like this. Is it honey? Wait, yeah, we have this in bakeries in Brazil. I've eaten it. It's really good. This is the one we have. Is it made of honey? I'm not too sure. Flower honey, yeah, that's the one. I do love them. There you go. Argentina, Philippines, and southern Brazil. There you go. We have that in common too. I've not had them in years, man. I mean, I think last time I had alfajores, as we call them in Brazil. We call it alfajores, I guess. Yeah, last time I had it was years and years ago, maybe in like 2009. I have, yeah. We have them in Brazil. They're very, very popular. So you go to bakeries and you get them. They used to be very cheap. I guess the price is quite expensive now in Brazil. Everything's gone up in price. But I have tried and they're very, very nice. I like it. I love honey, so anything that has honey in it, I tend to like. See how we can pass the roast cheaper. Okay, so it's very, very easy. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to update the ball state. Right. So basically we have update ball state. Now we have the ball, which is a paddle. We can take this by this, I guess. And we also have the state. Triple, I guess. Or the action, call it. We have a triple of we have a paddle itself, option and option of paddle state. Is this gonna work? No, we'll figure out. Kind of find this hype people in the school. Right. Why not? okay. No, that's just the name of the thing. There you go. This should work, I guess. A reference to this? Good. For action in actions. And this is what kind of I have to copy. Are you still learning coding, Miguel? How is it going? How is your studies going? Hopefully you're still, you know, doing quite good. Return is return it's the right thing to do. Into parallel programming. Oh yeah, so working with threading or GPUs, which kind of parallel? Just threading work or like actual GPU work where you have a lot of parallel work? Oh, OpenMP, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so that's really sort of like GPU work. Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. Yeah, CUDA tends to be the most popular one for that kind of stuff, I guess. So that's one that's worth learning. You know, CUDA by NVIDIA, like the API. But OpenMP is very popular. It's by Intel, isn't it? I think. OpenMP. Is it an Intel thing? No, it's not. It's just I was wrong. Yeah, I've never worked with it myself, you know. Versus CUDA. I did the same thing. OpenMP, MPI, CUDA. That's cool. No, yes, it's good to know that you're learning that kind of stuff. It's definitely good specializing in things. Return a bold state. There is a collision, return something. Now we'll return the same. What can we do here? I'm thinking of the best way to do this. Basically, if there's an option here, I want that to be the value. There must be a better way to do it. So Rust option value or default. Good option. Is there an option to do a default value? That must be right. That must be an option. Unwrap all the file. There you go. So we simply return the ball stay here. And then we've got the horizontal. It's going to be, what is it? So action. One. Could have broke my heart. I need a graphics card. They're so expensive here. Yeah, dude. I can imagine, right? Everything's expensive in Argentina right now. It's crazy. I mean, things are already expensive in Brazil, and I can imagine how hard it is in Argentina when the economy is even worse. My condolences, man. I mean, they're expensive here in the UK too. I can only imagine how much worse it is in there. It's crazy. Can I just do an unwrap? Is not mismatch types. Return value for the case as your elements. Yeah, dude, I am gonna return here. I'm gonna say ball state. Didn't collide. That's the. Yeah, I know most programmers here are avoiding things like. Yeah, it's definitely really worth learning anything. Like CUDA is obviously quite popular, but OpenMP is also very popular. So if you specialize in something like that, you definitely will be adding something to your CV that will look good in the end anyway. So. It's never a waste of time. So, congratulations. Return on here. Simply just do, I guess, some. I mean, yeah, we still need to pass the thing here. Ball stays, still needs to go here, unfortunately. And then we always return a stay ball, no matter what. Let's stay away from it. Oh, the carnival in Brazil, yeah. My mom is in Brazil right now. She had some family stuff to go back to, so she's in there now. She's enjoying the carnival. Not really. We don't celebrate carnival really, but yeah. What do you think? It's nice, isn't it? It's a party, so people like that kind of celebration, and it brings a lot of tourists, so it's definitely a good thing. I myself don't really go to carnival. I find it a bit too messy. But yeah, I mean, most people in Brazil do enjoy carnival. No, I think it's like a week, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. I think it's about a week or so. Because they have different samba schools that they call. They all have like a parade, and then at the end they will each get a grade, and whoever wins, I guess, gets some cash or something. I don't know. This is what I believe. Oh, I'm really sorry about that. Mismatch. Strength ball state found. Ball state expected. Ball state because of return type. And I'll just make a copy of it. Clone. Let's return a copy of a value in Rust. Clone trader can be used. Okay, do I have clone? That's the thing. I don't. So I can derive clone and copy, I guess. Now this should work. Will this work? I guess so. Yeah, I have to clone it. This is definitely weird compared to C++. So actions, what is... Will this work now? Do you think ChatGPT will replaced? I guess you mean if it's going to replace us soon? I don't know. It's really good. I mean, can you replace programmers? Probably not. No. I mean, you need to know what to ask for, right? Like I'm purposely asking good questions, because if you look at this one, for example, how do I return a copy from an input value in Rust? You know, I know what I'm looking for. I just want it to give me the syntax. So this is what it's good for. It's good for the kind of stuff, right? It's not really intelligent. It doesn't give you anything new. It only looks at past data and then gives you a summarized version of the past data as an answer. So, you know, if you're creating a program or making some random application, like, you're not really going to get that far if you don't know anything. You need to know what you're asking for, basically. But yeah, it's a really good tool. I do like it. And I think, you know, everyone should be able to use it, because it does save a lot of time, in my opinion. Action 1. Oh, I don't understand what this is. Action 1. It's the trait paddle state default. Oh wait, does not unwrap default. Ah, okay, so this is not what I'm looking for. Unwrap or okay, unwrap or is the one I'm looking for. There you go. See, that's one of the things ChatGPT sucks on. I asked how to do this and then it didn't give me the right answer. So it's not really amazing all the time. But anyway, we can return the ball state here. Okay. Yeah, I'm switching between chat. Yeah, and me too. Me too. That's precisely what I do at work. I think it'll be fine, man. As I said, ChatGPT can't replace the creativeness. So we'll return the first one that collides with it. Can you collide with two different ones? That's the problem. Okay, no. Maybe I do need to stay here. Horizontal state. Horizontal. And ideally, really, this should return state transitions, because you can hit two things at the same time, right? That's fine. Let's not return these. Let's bring this down. What are we doing here? Can I just return the ball state? Let's try this. What will it is? Where are we calling it? We're calling it here. Let me just copy that again. Go back up there. And right here, instead of checking the collision, we're going to call this function. And then we've got the ball handle, I guess. The ball state. And then all the collision actions that we have. And then obviously the ball state will be equals to that. And all of this gets replaced by that function. Can we compile this? I'm sure that I'm gonna get loads of, ooh, here we go. Loads and loads of errors. Move occurs because first player has type paddle, which does not implement copy. 129. Update paddle. Why is update paddle? All of this will be simplified by making sure everything can move sideways and horizontally. Match compatible types. Length 53. Why? Paddles there. Return paddle. Guess that. But that has to be copyable. Go and copy, right? Okay. I mean, this is what we have, but obviously, as you saw, the ball is just going somewhere else. No, I don't. So when he touches the bottom one, it just goes away. And why is that? It's probably because of this thing here. So bottom wall is gonna move up by the ball speed. There you go. Should have been minus ball speed, I guess. Should we try again? Okay, I mean, kind of messes up there, but what is going on? Moving down. Why does he stop the ball? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Because of the it's probably because of this. Both stay. Something wrong here. Try and debug it and see what happens. Right. Start a configuration for Rust. Is that Rust? Okay, we don't really have a run thing for Rust. Let's see how we can debug that. Run debug. Okay, so don't need to launch.json, but I guess we can do this. Let's run the debugger and see what happens. There is no debug target. Okay, how do I do that? There is no debug target. Oh gosh. Okay. Code LLDB extension installed. Add configuration. Menus. Add configuration. We don't have that, which is a bit shame. Have that. Encode LLDB, that's what we need apparently, which is fine. There you go. Rust is here. Okay, cool. Now let's try and do a launch JSON. Debug, Argo tests. There you go. This is amazing. Code LDB launch. Configurations. Can you set up Visual Studio for me? Yeah. I mean, it probably does a good job. I just want to learn like exactly what was going on. But yeah, if I did that, so how to debug a Rust application or VS Code, and now because I know I need this as well, and how to write a launch.json cargo. This is what I would search for now. Tells me to install Rust, which I do. It doesn't tell me to install the code LLDB, which is the language server for LLDB, so you can debug Rust. So that's one of the things that got wrong. So it wouldn't quite work. So the type is cargo, except doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure, dude. Let's have a look. Let's leave that up here. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist. If I tried to do that, it just won't work. Let's see. Type. See, cargo is not here, so it doesn't, that's not valid. So yeah, ChatGPT fails there. But we'll get there in the end. So I need the launch there. I also need the cargo. I'm just gonna copy paste this guy's thing here. What the hell is the issue? Duplicate object. Debug pong. Does that work? It doesn't quite. Why not? Cargo invocation failed. Let's look at another thing. Okay. I mean, it is simpler than that. Okay, cool. So workspace, target, debug. Program properties requires lunch. That is because this should have been the program. Let's try that now. Okay, that was quite easy, I guess. Where is the ball? Try and run it again. Now I did it. So the current ball state is horizontal and vertical 600 by 600. After we go through this, I want to know what's going to return here. Minus 600, so it's trying to go up 600, and that's the ball state. Where do I draw the ball or play the ball? I know exactly what's going on. Do I? Do I? Where is my, moving left and moving right kind of shit? Yeah. So bottom wall. Known. Interesting. And he hits something, and it comes in here. Where is my paddle state thing? What? He removes the enum, it just keeps the amount. This is interesting. What the hell? Let's see the ball. Paddle step. It's just an amount. It doesn't match anywhere, does it? It does. What? Moving up and down. Yeah. Okay, no, that's good. So, does it go up? Yeah, it moves up and down. So I'm moving up and down at the same time. That's what it's doing. The vertical and the horizontal state are kind of the same, I guess, right? But then, yeah, that's always the case, isn't it, Miguel? I think I found the issue though, is because of this. So the first one is, the second one is supposed to be vertical. The first one is supposed to be horizontal, right? Left, right. So the first one. Yeah, this is the issue. Let's see if we fix the bug now. So the ball should be moving up and down. Yay. Oh, obviously we have another issue. That doesn't look right, does it? Does it still work? Yeah, good. Does this still work? Good too. I want summer to finish. Is it too hot in there, the summer? My computer's melting, yeah man, I can imagine. When it's summer here and it's hot in here as well, yeah, my computer also gets really, really hot. So, right, let's one last bug today and then we'll call it a day. And this time, the issue is this one. We can remove this breakpoint. Oh, yeah, the issue is that it fucking disappeared. But yeah, this happens, so when it hits the right wall, something weird happens. It moves left and right. And it Again, the problem is definitely here, I guess. When it moves the right wall. Yeah, this is what happens. Then that actually goes inside here. So what is the issue? Horizontal. Oh gosh. That's what's weird. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? That was another bug. Let's see if we can fix it. Amazing, and here we are. That was 1 hour to fix, or to simplify something that ended up making a few bugs. It's not too bad. Well, yeah, okay. I was hoping to get some text in today, but I guess we can do this tomorrow. Like, this code is very messy as well, Miguel. I am not proud of this, so I need to look at ways to make it clean. So the collision actually is... Okay. These are all constant, these paddles, but all right well. They can be outside main. Does that work? Does that work? Parent scope. Pattern. Does this work? Can make them static. Static. To define static const variables in Rust. Okay, gotcha. It's not too difficult, is it? Trying to clean up main by a bit. His name. Okay. Like that. But one cool thing is that when in Brazil brings an international band musician, they always schedule free shows. Oh, cool. I wouldn't think that Argentine people like Brazilian bands. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I do like some Argentine music. You know, this one here. This is a very popular song in Brazil. Soda Stereo. I think they're from Argentina, right? I'll play it, but I can't play on the stream because YouTube is gonna wreck me. But this is a very popular song. I like it. Okay, extending like this. Does it work? Ah, and it doesn't. Great. I love it when it stops working. So what have I done? It's one of the most famous here. Ah, okay. Yeah, that song is very, very popular in Brazil. They made a Brazilian band made a cover for it, and that's also very popular. But they got it from this band. It's really good. I've broken something by just moving shit. I have no idea what I broke. Probably in the static stuff. I have no idea what I did, but something broke here. Probably this, really. That's what could have gone wrong. Of course, I need to rebuild there. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. I just switched them around. Have you heard about Rata Blanca? I have, yeah, Rata Blanca. I don't know them, but I know of them. Rock band, right? Yeah. 86. Good. Ancient. Yeah, no, I've heard of them. Yeah. I do know a few bands. So the Stereo, yeah. This one was just Cadillacs. I do like that one, I think. What else do I know? Yeah, Rata Blanca there. Dude, I'm gonna leave it here because it's quite late here. I've got work tomorrow and it's already nearly 12. So, Miguel, thank you for streaming again with me, and we'll see you some other day, yeah? And enjoy the summer, I guess. And I'll see you some other day, man. Good night.